Winter on the Breakdown, we look at the species that are coming out of the woodwork this season. It's bugs, birds, and bears. Oh my! Observing wildlife in the spring can be a fascinating adventure. Animals like bears that hibernate leave their winter sleeps. Migratory birds return from the southern destinations to mate. And the bugs. Kevin MacKay, so many bugs in a Canadian spring.
Yeah, when you think of the summer in the depths of the winter, you don't think of the bugs. You think of the sunshine, the lakes, the fishing, the biking, but there's a whole lot of bugs, and the second the days start to get warmer, the bugs start to come back. And that does normally happen on those first few warm days in March and April. As the sun gets stronger, the ground gets warmer, and if you can warm up some of those larvae that are very shallow in the ground, they can start to hatch.
Of course, plant-feeding insects like bees and wasps are going to come out as soon as the plants are emerging and blossoming and blooming as well. And an early onset to spring means an early start to tick season as well.
Yeah, the ticks will be out and about climbing up that grass that's normally covered in the snow. So you have to start being tick aware pretty early in the season. So once you have to start washing the dog's feet when they're out in the mud, that's when you also have to start worrying about ticks.
Yeah, and the thought is that a milder winter means that Mother Nature wasn't able to kill off a lot of the pests over the winter season. A really cold shock to winter season will eliminate much of a pest population, but the early onset and larger populations coming with a milder winter and an earlier spring, along with the change of the seasons, of course, is the return of migratory birds as well.
Yeah, the birds starting to come on back. It'll be a while before the hummingbirds get back here. They need the flowers already bloomed. But yeah, some of those feeder birds moving north. The chickadees hang around all winter, but I've been noticing more nuthatches. The geese are coming back now that the water's open. They have safer places to be. And with those open fields, they're still getting the last bit of corn out of a lot of those farmers' fields.
Yeah, and coming with a big appetite to all the bird feeders as well. There's another friend coming with a big appetite to bird feeders and dumpsters and garbage bins alike. The bears, especially black bears, waking up from that winter slumber.
Yeah, bears can get a little confused in many parts of Canada and the U.S. You get a warm stretch and the snow melts and they get some warmth into their den and they might come out for a little visit, and there's not a whole lot of food. Those bugs we were talking about earlier, that's actually a big food source for the bears. So when there's no bugs underneath the logs, when they roll them over, there's no berries yet, not many leaves, they have to turn to some easy access garbage bins if they can find them.
And there's some safety tips that we have for you as well today. The Ministry of Natural Resources says that bear sightings have started earlier this year, urging many residents to take measures to prevent bears from migrating into neighborhoods, storing garbage in airtight containers, storing garbage inside, only putting garbage on the curb until garbage day, and making sure you're really cleaning out the grease in any outdoor barbecues.
Yeah, there's kind of bear rules in the summer, whether you're camping or at the cottage or at home. You know, just like you said, when you take out the garbage and how you clean up your campsite. Well, in the winter, not everyone's in that mode, so you might want to start doing those practices a little early, especially if you're in the areas where there isn't snow anymore and you've had a few warm days. It's the bears are probably already out. It's just a matter of time before they find their way into your yard.
There you have it. Spring time for, well, nature to come back to life, as with allergy season, muddy dog paw season, the blossoms, and there you have it. Bugs, bears, and birds. Oh my, on the Breakdown.